The Ost Lance had just finished a successful mission on Jansen's hold when they received an urgent message from the Taurian Concordat's High Command. They had received reports that a Canopian Special Forces group was staging an attack on the nearby planet of Brisbane, which was a world within the Capellan Confederation's borders. The Ost Lance was quickly mobilized and boarded their Leopard dropship to set course for Brisbane. As they made their way to the planet, the new pilot for the Ost Scout, who had recently joined the Lance after the tragic loss of the previous pilot, couldn't help but feel a sense of unease. The other members of the Ost Lance had a long history together, and the new pilot felt like an outsider trying to fit in. After a harrowing descent through the planet's atmosphere, the Ost Lance landed on the outskirts of one of the major cities. The Ost Scout was deployed for forward recon to gather intel on the enemy's defenses. The new pilot, determined to prove themselves to the rest of the Lance, pushed the Ost Scout to its limits, scouting out the enemy's positions while evading detection. The Ost Scout detected several enemy mechs and vehicles scattered around the outskirts of the city. The Canopian Special Forces group had a mix of light and medium mechs, including a Griffin armed with a PPC and a Trebuchet armed with LRM missiles. They also had several tanks and hovercraft, all armed with various weapons. The Ost Scout returned to the dropship to report its findings to the rest of the Lance. The Ostrock led the charge, and the Ostwar and Ostsol followed close behind. The Ost Scout continued to provide support, its laser fire taking out enemy units that tried to flank the Ostrock. As the Ost Lance advanced further into the city, they were ambushed by a group of Canopian mechs led by a skilled cataphract pilot. The new pilot of the Ost Scout was caught off guard and was soon under heavy fire from the enemy mechs. The Ost Scout suffered significant damage, but the pilot was able to evade the enemy and escape. The Ostrock engaged the cataphract in a long-range battle, using its large lasers to deal damage from a distance. The Ostwar and Ostsol took on the Griffin and Trebuchet, using their combined firepower to deal massive damage to the enemy mechs. Just as it seemed like the Ost Lance had the upper hand, the Canopian Special Forces group called in reinforcements, including a powerful Warhammer mech. The Ost Lance quickly repositioned itself, with the Ostrock engaging the Warhammer in close-quarters combat. The Warhammer was heavily armed and armored. The Ostrock's firepower proved to be inadequate. The Warhammer effortlessly blocked the Ostrock's punches with its powerful arms, causing the Ostrock to lose its left arm. The Ostwar and Ostsol rushed to aid the Ostrock, unloading their long-range missiles on the Warhammer. The Warhammer tried to dodge the incoming missiles, but its sheer size made it difficult to evade all the missiles. The barrage of missiles damaged the Warhammer's armor, but it wasn't enough to take it down. The Ost Scout moved in for the kill, firing its medium laser at the Warhammer's exposed left leg. The Warhammer stumbled, giving the Ostrock an opening to land a devastating punch on the mech's head. The Warhammer's cockpit shook, but the pilot managed to hold on. In retaliation, the Warhammer fired its PPC, hitting the Ostrock's already damaged left side. The Ostrock was forced to retreat, limping back towards the dropship. The Ostwar and Ostsol continued to rain down LRM missiles on the Warhammer, hoping to finish it off. The Ost Lance was forced to regroup at the dropship, having significant damage to their mechs, and also realizing the heavy damage to the Ostrock. The new pilot of the Ost Scout, feeling responsible for the damage to the Ostrock, tried to apologize to the rest of the Lance, but they were understanding and reassured the pilot that they did their best in the heat of battle. The Ost Lance repaired and rearmed their mechs, determined to finish the mission. They landed on Brisbane to do a job, and they intend to finish it.